He rises before the sun. He lives on a diet of juice and raw foods. He has the heart and constitution of a healthy man in his early 40s. He is 80 years old. Born the son of a California fisherman, Jay Kordich was going to be a football star. Instead, he contracted cancer and then cured himself and went on to introduce juicing to North America. For the first 40 years, he traveled hundreds of thousands of miles, living in motels or out of a camper hitched to a pickup truck. He taught the principles of juicing to anyone who would listen. In private homes, in small health food shops, in large department stores, at country fairs, health shows, seminars, conventions. The little profit he made from selling juicers went to pay for his gas and the fresh produce he used in his demonstrations, and not much else. Ironically, a whole new industry sprang up in his wake. Juice bars, generating hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. In 1981, Jay married Linda, 33 years his junior. For their honeymoon, Jay and Linda hit the road. Jay was the front man, the show, and Linda handled the organization. Together, they created 2 children, a long-term happy marriage, and a phenomenally successful business. Jay began to do television interviews. Then came the infomercials. 45 years of hard work and dedication in virtual obscurity, and Jay Kordich was suddenly an overnight success. Millions of people started juicing.
Here I am, 55 years later.
He wrote a book. It was #1 on the New York Times bestseller list for months. He designed and built one of the best juicers on the market, and then sold $1 billion worth. His was the American dream come true.
But I may add to that, good foods. Live foods for live bodies.
Only for Jay Kordich, it was never about the juice machine, the money, or the fame. He has his own dream. It came to him 55 years ago and stuck. And sustains him to this day. Jay's dream, his great purpose in life, has simply been to remind those of us who have forgotten that nature has already created the perfect formula for perfect health. And that it is ours for the asking.
You know, wherever I travel, people ask me a question. It's inevitable. Whether it's airports, wherever it might be, even in my seminars. Jay, we know you juice. We know you live by juicing, but do you eat anything? And if so, what? Listen, I'm a raw food guy. Very little of my food is cooked. And I just want you to know that the juice that I drink is the foundation to my nutritional intake. Then I eat fiber. Why? And I've always said to you, and I hope you've taken it to heart, there's only one food on planet Earth that is fiber. And you need fiber. Why? Well, fiber keeps you from having colorectal problems. And fiber is necessary because what it does, it helps you exercise the gums and salivate. It stimulates the peristaltic wave of 22 beats per minute to keep food moving at a normal rate through the digestive tract so it can be processed. And then, of course, the fiber will clean out the colon and it'll keep you regulated. Now, meat isn't fiber, eggs aren't fiber, cheese is not fiber, milk is not fiber, much less ding-dongs and Twinkies and all these other candy bars and whatever. The only fibers known to man are fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts, grains, and beans, legume. Nothing else on this earth is fiber, so you go for it. But back to this question that's a gnawing question to me. Is that all you do is juice? Why juice? Well, the reason for juicing is essential, is to separate the juice from the fiber so that when you do drink pulp-free juice, you have 100% of the food value in your bloodstream, pre-digested in a matter of minutes. When you eat the food, then the body has to process it. The salivary glands first, the amylase, so the complex carbohydrates can be broken down to simple starches and sugars, and then this peristaltic wave with hundreds of thousands of intestinal fluids and juices and hydrochloric acid for the protein to break it down to protein, peptones, amino acids, etc. And then finally, when everything gets to the small intestines, called the ileum, we have your villi, only the juice penetrates from the intestinal wall through the portal vein into your liver to reach the bloodstream, to feed and nourish your 100 trillion cells. The fiber, of course, continues on through down to the ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, and finally out in the bathroom. Fiber is essential. Now, to be absolutely, perfectly healthy for the rest of your life, for as long as possible, disease-free, we go back to Dr. Henry C. Sherman, Professor Emeritus of Nutrition from Columbia University, wrote one of the greatest textbooks of all time on the body's requirements. And in it, he says, you know, to be absolutely, perfectly healthy and not disease-ridden early in life, you and I need the nutrients to the equivalency of eating 15 pounds of green and yellow vegetables and plant life daily. Plant life, where all life emanates. So I took the liberty just to go ahead and make about 5 to 6 pounds of plants into juice. And this is the ultimate result. 1, 2, 3. That's almost a quart of juice. And this is the residue. This produce yielded this amount of juice, and that's what would have to be eliminated out of the body. You see, that's precisely why we juice. So that when you do drink the pulp-free juice, bingo, the nutrients in your bloodstream now, in an instant, without the body wasting any energy or breaking down and compromising the immune system. And always remember, the most important thing, it's the juice of the fiber that feeds you.